It was a beautiful day, the kind of day that makes you want to run outside, feel the warm sand between your toes, and laugh with your friends until your belly hurts. The sky was a brilliant blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds that looked like giant cotton balls drifting lazily by. The sun was shining and the birds were singing their happiest songs. Seagulls swooped and soared above, calling out to each other as the gentle breeze carried the salty scent of the ocean. It was the kind of morning that made everyone feel alive and full of energy. Honestly, it was just a perfect day for flying a kite. The wind was just right, not too strong, not too soft, making the kites dance and twirl high above the sand. Bright colors streaked across the sky as the kites soared, painting a rainbow above the beach. Three friends, Finn the fish, Carl the crab, and Stella the starfish, were having a blast on the beach. They laughed, chased each other, and took turns showing off their kite-flying skills. Each of them had brought their favorite kite, and they were eager to see whose would fly the highest. "My kite is flying the highest," shouted Finn, his fins flapping with excitement as he pointed up at his bright blue kite, which seemed to touch the clouds. "No, mine is!" yelled Carl, his pincers waving in the air as he tried to get his red and yellow kite to climb even higher. He was determined to win the friendly competition. Stella just giggled, her starfish kite dancing in the wind. She didn't care whose kite was the highest. She was just happy to see her friends having fun and to watch her sparkly kite spin and twirl above the waves. Suddenly, a gentle voice called out, "Hey guys!" It was Jesus. He was smiling and walking towards them, his sandals leaving soft prints in the sand. "What you doing?" he asked, his eyes twinkling with kindness and curiosity. "Flying kites!" they all shouted at once, their voices full of excitement. They couldn't wait to show Jesus their colorful kites and tell him about their friendly contest. "Mind if I join you?" Jesus asked, his smile growing even wider. "Never!" cried the friends, waving him over eagerly. They loved when Jesus joined their games. He always brought extra joy and laughter. They were always happy to have Jesus around. He made everything more fun. With Jesus there, even the simplest day at the beach felt like the best adventure ever. The friends knew that as long as they were together, every day could be a perfect day for kites, and for making memories that would last forever. After flying kites until their fins, claws, and arms were tired, the friends flopped down on the soft sand, laughing and catching their breath. The sky was a patchwork of bright colors from all the kites, and everyone felt happy just being together. The gentle sound of the waves and the distant calls of seagulls made the afternoon feel magical, like anything could happen. As they rested, Jesus looked out over the sparkling lake and suggested, "How about a boat ride?" His eyes twinkled with excitement and everyone turned to see where he was pointing. "My friend has a boat on the lake over there," Jesus said, pointing with a big, friendly smile. The boat bobbed gently at the dock, waiting for an adventure. "A boat ride?" gasped Carl, who wasn't the bravest crab in the sea. His shell quivered a little and he glanced nervously at the water, imagining all sorts of things that could go wrong. "But what if there's a storm?" Carl asked, his eyes wide as he looked up at the sky, searching for dark clouds. The others paused, considering his worry, and for a moment the excitement faded just a little. "Don't worry, Carl," said Jesus, putting a reassuring fin on Carl's shoulder. "We'll be fine. I'll be right there with you the whole time and we'll stick together no matter what." Carl took a deep breath and managed a small, grateful smile. With their worries eased, everyone piled into the boat, chattering excitedly about what they might see on the water. Some hoped to spot fish swimming below, while others imagined racing the wind across the lake. The sun was warm on their faces, and a gentle breeze pushed them along, making the boat glide smoothly over the sparkling water. Surrounded by friends and laughter, Carl realized that with Jesus by his side, even a boat ride could become a wonderful adventure. But then, whoosh! The wind picked up. The sky turned dark as ink. A storm came out of nowhere. The little boat was thrown around like a toy. Huge waves crashed over the sides. Finn, Carl, and Stella screamed, holding on for dear life. "Jesus! Jesus! Wake up!" they cried. But Jesus was fast asleep, a peaceful smile on his face. "Peace, be still," Jesus said in a voice that was strong and calm. And guess what? The wind stopped howling, the waves calmed down. The storm vanished as quickly as it had arrived. The sun peeked out from behind the clouds. Finn, Carl, and Stella were amazed. They looked at Jesus with wide eyes. "Wow, Jesus," whispered Stella, "you made the storm go away." Jesus smiled. "Storms happen," he said, "but I am always with you, even in the scariest ones." Sometimes we have storms in our lives too. These storms aren't always made of thunder, lightning, or pouring rain. Sometimes they're the tough moments that make our hearts feel heavy or our minds feel worried. Just like the weather outside can be gray and stormy, we can have days when we feel a little stormy inside. These storms might not happen on the sea, but they can feel just as scary and overwhelming. Sometimes it feels like the worries are swirling all around us, and we don't know what to do next. Maybe it's a big test at school that you're nervous about, or a mountain of homework that seems impossible to finish. You might feel like you're all alone, trying to figure it out by yourself. Or maybe you had a disagreement with a friend, and now you feel sad or left out. Sometimes we feel scared about things we can't even explain, and it's hard to talk about it with anyone. But just like Jesus calmed the storm on the lake for his friends, he can calm the storms in our hearts too. When everything feels out of control, Jesus is there to bring us comfort and peace, even when we can't see him. He can help us feel peaceful and brave, no matter what we're going through. When we ask Jesus for help, he gives us the strength to face our worries and the courage to keep going, even when things are tough. All we have to do is remember that Jesus is always with us, ready to help us through any storm, big or small. We're never alone, even when things feel difficult or scary. So the next time you feel a storm brewing inside you, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and remember Jesus is right there with you. He loves you, he cares for you, and he will help you find peace no matter what storms you face.